It feels better than it did Sunday, that's for sure.
What happened? What play did it kind of happen? Like maybe it was that second down.
Yeah, the second down play. Yeah, that's when it happened. And I was in a lot of pain. We were late in the play clock. Called timeout, came over. Felt like I could go one more play, and then went in, got it checked out.
What's the process?
What have you been doing to try to get it better?
I think that's kind of the same question.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had a lot of rehab. Was thankful to get today to work with Gabe and just focus on rehab for a day. I'm trying to get back on the field tomorrow and see what I can do.
Aaron, have you been able to find a brace? Have you been able to find something that you think might work?
We're working through that.
Would it be a pain tolerance thing for you if you do play on Sunday? Is that something you'd have to?
No, it'd be a safety thing.
Did it aggravate anything, or is this like a whole new injury?
Brand new.
What has to happen for you to play on Sunday?
Got to get the okay and got to feel like I can protect myself.
Is there added incentive for you for the opponent this week?
There's incentive for every opponent, but I have enjoyed many a Sunday and Monday and many Thursdays in that city. It's a great sports town, phenomenal sports fans, and great place to play.
Aaron, do you sort of thrive off of being the villain there a little bit? Sort of enjoy that?
I'd rather not be. I mean, I'm not in Green Bay anymore. I feel like we can let bygones be bygones. Maybe I can, I guess. It's a great rivalry. I mean, in the history of all sports, you talk about the Lakers and the Celtics and the Red Sox and the Yankees. You got to talk about the Packers and the Bears. And there's been some great memories there. When I first got to Green Bay, the Bears had the all-time series lead. When I left, the Packers did. And since J. Love has taken over, it's even gotten better. But I hope those fans can put that behind them. I'm sure they can't. Don't expect them to. But I really enjoy the city. They got great sports fans. I grew up watching WGN on my five-channel TV back in the day. So I was a Cubs fan and a Bulls fan. How can you not be a Bulls fan unless you don't like Michael Jordan? I did. I loved them. So it was a lot of fun memories over the years playing there.
Their defense creates a lot of turnovers. What do they do especially that you have to watch out for?
Well, they're great around the football. They're knocking the ball out. They have a lot of vision in their defenses. They mix things up. They attack your protection schemes. Coach Allen's got them playing really well. And 22 turnovers is a big reason they're 7-3.
First,
that's a great question. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to go with the Steelers. I'm going to have to. The Chicago Bears have been finding ways to win despite hiccups. The Steelers won last week, but in the same breath, they're a roller coaster. Most importantly, history over the last 2 or 3 years has shown us that as the season wanes, they fade. And Baltimore.
you have Detroit.
Right.
Right? I feel more confident in the Packers than I do the Bears. I feel more confident in Detroit than I do the Bears. I'm sorry, the Bears for Shay. But it's just the truth. Now, understanding that if the Steelers are able to still produce, they still control their own destiny. I don't think that the Chicago Bears still their own destiny, and I think it's going to come down to can they win.
So who are you picking?
Huh?
Pick the Steelers, right?
The Steelers?
Yeah, because I'm confused.
It sounded like the Steelers, right?
Yes, the
Okay.
Steelers. Absolutely.
Okay. So we got a Bears, a Steelers. What do you think? Go ahead, Kenny.
Listen, not who's pivoting out, but who's pivoting in. Y'all don't go off resumes, man. Y'all know Lamar Jackson is the Ravens quarterback. Y'all understand that? Y'all understand they have a top defense? I'm with Cam. Y'all want to talk about the Patriots, what they doing as puppies coming up. Look at what the Ravens have done for years. Derrick Henry's still Derrick Henry. Lamar Jackson still Lamar Jackson. They're one game back of the Steelers. Come on now, the Ravens ought to win that division hands down.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Oh, he a Pittsburgh guy. Look at him. I love Mike T too. I love Mike T too.
We all love Mike T.
He's going to always fight for his Steelers. I mean, I got on the Steelers colors, but I think they're going to pivot out. I agree with Stephen A. Chicago is playing great ball. In the NFL, it's all about November. I think with the consistency, what they built, Caleb got those guys rocking, they're going to start balling in, I think they're going to do their
Man, they beat Cincinnati because
I don't
Cincinnati
care,
can't
RC.
play
I
defense.
don't care, RC.
Right? They supposed to win. Coast and Lovely catch the ball. They don't tackle him. The New York Giants, Jackson Dart had to get put to sleep for them to beat them. And then last week, they had to get a late field goal after a big-time kick return to beat the Minnesota Vikings. And J.J. McCarthy can't hit that wall with a football. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win the AFC North. I've been watching the Baltimore Ravens. I felt like everybody else, when Lamar gets back, it's going to be over. They're going to be so great. The Chicago Bears will not win the NFC North. It's going to be the Detroit Lions or the Green Bay Packers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will represent the AFC North in the playoffs. Mark it down.
All right, RC. Okay, so not the Chicago
The
Bears.
Bears.
Although we were a little split. It's all right. I'll remember that. I'm going to remember that,
Good and damn
RC.
well you don't believe the Steelers winning that division.
I believe it
you
with
know
my whole
No,
heart.
you don't.
He had
No,
legs
you don't.
crossed,
No, you
fingers
don't.
crossed,
I believe it more than the Bears.
arms crossed.
All right, Sabrina's here now. Sabrina wants to ask a question as well. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Good morning, y'all.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good morning, y'all. I am Sabrina, a first-year MBA candidate studying sports management here at the Bethune-Cookman University.
Congratulations.
I have a question for you all. As you may know, transitioning into grad school is not always the easiest. Some advice that you can give me to successfully pivot from school into the workforce.
Go ahead, Sabrina.
My personal advice would be this. So much is about the classroom. The classroom is important, but understand grades says you're trainable, that you can be trained to do the job that an employer wants you to do. That is not the same as networking and making connections that will ultimately facilitate you grabbing an opportunity. So I'm not telling you that school isn't important. I'm not telling you that your status and your grades are not important. I'm telling you don't stop there. When you can do anything, I don't give a damn if it's a 2-week internship or anything to get in the door, to establish a connection with somebody in the industry that helps to propel you to new heights because they're giving you the practical experience according to what you're studying to really, really help you. You do that. You remember that. Never, ever, ever take that for granted. It's about people. It's about who you know, not just what you know, to facilitate an opportunity to get you ahead. People don't emphasize that enough. The classroom is the classroom, but nothing beats not just practical experience, but your commitment to getting that practical experience because it shows that you really, really want it bad. Because when an employer is looking for somebody, that employer is looking, everybody's got a resume, but the employer is looking for that person that they vibe with, that they want to give the opportunity to propel.
I mean, I ain't nothing else to say.
Leave my boy there.
Ain't nothing else to say.
Boy in the bag, ain't he? Real quick, the only thing that I'll say to each and every person that's desiring to go into the real world, it starts with this thought. Have the desire to want to. That right there, and the desire to want to will now fix everything else, and then how to will come next.
I'll be quick, and it's not going to be a popular opinion, but all y'all in this room, open your phone, look at your screen time, and if you ain't costing that making money and monetizing off social media, you're wasting your time looking at other people's success and you're going to get your own. So all y'all sitting around on y'all phone all day, put your phone down and go do something with your life because watching me thrive is not going to let you thrive.
I agree with that.
Right. Hey, listen, don't be satisfied with just getting there. Right? In sports, a lot of times we work so hard, then when we get there, a lot of guys become complacent. Then they find their way out. Your degree is going to get you in the door. You got to find that work ethic, tap into that to stay in the door, to stay in the room. So continue to build and work hard, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think very simply, what you're willing to do is more important than what you're capable of doing. There are a lot of jobs that you have to do until you can do the job that you want to do. When I first got into TV, I didn't say no to anything. I was doing ESPN Deportes, and I can't speak no dang Spanish, right? But they asked me to do it, and I think the more that you show that you're willing to do, you eventually work yourself into opportunities to do exactly what you want to.
2 other points. Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, said prioritize will, because will exceed skill from time to time. There's a lot of people that have skill, but do they have the will? And number 2, these guys both interviewed Mike Tomlin and they interviewed Nick Saban on the pivot as well. And Nick Saban also said, like he said to me privately, he's like, yo, Be addicted to the process.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about the sizzle, how much followers you have, how many clicks you have, or whatever. What's sustainable?
Yeah.
Be addicted to the process, not the end goal, because the process is what's going to ultimately sustain you.
Yep.
I'm going to add to this too. I'm going to add on a little bit. I would say use this place, use your resources, use your teachers and your colleagues and other students to ask questions and learn. They will only help you. And clearly, this is the most amazing support system ever. They will help you get wherever you want to go.
Absolutely.
And don't think for 1 second that so many people try to get convinced that folks are against y'all. There's a whole bunch of people out there that will help you.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people that will support you and that will look to support you. If you want the support, most people will give to you. Don't think most people want you to fail. Most people actually want you to succeed.
I agree. So this is our first time as a First Take crew being here at Bethune-Cookman. But for one student, it is not their first time on the First Take set or talking with Stephen A. Smith.
Today, the energy around the Steelers Nation is different. It is charged, emotional, and filled with that familiar mix of pride and defiance that only Pittsburgh understands. After the latest episode of First Take, the national conversation around the Steelers exploded once again, and this time the debate lit a fire that every fan needs to hear. The question on the table was simple. Between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears, which team is more likely to lose control of its division? And the initial answer caught a lot of people off guard. Some analysts claim the Steelers are the team most likely to fall off. They pointed to inconsistency, calling Pittsburgh a roller coaster team. They pointed to the last few seasons, saying the Steelers often fade as the year goes on. They even said the Bears, Packers, and Lions are more trustworthy than Pittsburgh right now. But then the show flipped upside down because one analyst refused to accept that narrative. He pushed back hard. He questioned the Bears' recent wins, calling them the result of circumstances rather than dominance. And then he unleashed the biggest moment of the entire broadcast, the line that made the crowd react and the internet buzz. He said with full confidence that the Pittsburgh Steelers will win the AFC North and will represent the division in the playoffs. No hesitation, no doubt. He simply said, "Mark it down." And that moment right there is what defines the spirit of the Steelers organization. While some people focus on inconsistency, others recognize culture, leadership, toughness, and a franchise that refuses to fold when the pressure rises. And it did not stop there. The conversation shifted to Mike Tomlin and the leadership that drives this team year after year. They highlighted one of Tomlin's most powerful quotes, a statement that perfectly summarizes the identity of Pittsburgh football. Prioritize will because will exceeds skill from time to time. That is what the Steelers are built on. Not hype, not flash, not temporary momentum, but willpower, discipline, commitment. And when they mentioned Nick Saban reinforcing the idea of being addicted to the process, it became clear that no matter what the outside noise says, the cultural foundation in Pittsburgh does not crack, it does not shake, it does not bend. The debate on First Take exposed a split. Some analysts genuinely believe the Ravens with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry will take over the division. Some believe the Steelers cannot maintain their lead, but others see something deeper. They see a team that knows how to win ugly games, a team that survives physical matchups, a team that thrives in chaos, a team that, regardless of what critics say, always finds a way to stay alive when it matters most. And history proves it. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. This franchise does not crumble. It adjusts, it battles, it pushes through. So when an analyst on national television declares that the Steelers will win the AFC North, it is not just a hot take. It is a recognition of what this team truly is. It is a bet on culture, a bet on defense, a bet on the process, a bet on Pittsburgh being Pittsburgh when it matters the most. And we all know what happens when the Steelers enter December and January with people doubting them. They become dangerous. They become unpredictable. They become the version of themselves that opponents fear the most. So let me speak directly to you, the fan watching right now. This debate is just beginning. People are questioning, predicting, doubting, and arguing. But inside Steelers Nation, the energy is different. We do not care about excuses, narratives, or national doubt. We care about results. We care about identity. We care about the black and gold spirit that always rises at the right time. And if the Steelers continue building momentum, continue leaning on their culture, continue trusting the process, then the AFC North is not slipping away. It is becoming a statement. Now, I want to know your opinion. Do you believe the Steelers will take the AFC North like the analysts predicted? Do you think Pittsburgh will silence the national media once again? Leave your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in with Steelers Nation Wire for every update, every reaction, and every moment of this run.